Hey, it's Gary here. I'm here to talk about how to play the game of Long Cow. So I have the game pretty much set up here, and as you can see, the overall game is very simple. The setup is very simple. You just have a deck of cards and a discard pile to start, and everyone is dealt 6 cards to begin with to start the game. And the whole goal of the entire game is for you to build as many cows in a herd as possible and make them as big as possible so that you can get as many points as possible at the end of the game. When your turn starts, you can either draw 2 from the deck or pick up a part, body part, cow part from the discard pile. So you see here there's a rump. I can go ahead and grab 2, and then I can start playing as many cards as I can. Now, the whole goal is for you to build as many cows as possible, and unless you have special cards, the only way you can do that is if you have cows of the same species. So, for example, here's a Highland cow head and rump, and then I have the Holsteins head and rump, and then also the Longhorns head and rump. So I can go ahead and play this. I can play as many cards as I want to during my turn, and now I've ended up with 3 cows in the herd. And if I happen to have a connector like I do right here for the Holstein, I could also have played it right then and there. Okay, and there are obviously other cards, but once your turn is done, you can't play any more cards anymore. You pass the turn along to someone else, to the next person, by saying your move. You actually have to say that, it's in the rules, okay? So there are special cards, like I said. You have these calf cards. If you have played any adult cows during your turn, you can play as many calves as you want. They count as 1 cow in the herd. You also have other wild cards. So this one is the head of a cow. It's a wild, so I could have put them with any species as I want. And then there are other special cards out there as well, and they are identified by different colored borders down the bottom here. So the green is food, and that allows you to, if once you've played your turn, comes back around, you get a food card, and you have these extenders. You could play the food card and then add one extender onto 1 cow. Okay, so that makes it longer. Once a card is played, it goes into a discard pile. You have these red cards, red bordered bottoms. And these are attack cards. So this one allows you to remove 1 middle or calf from another player. You have defense cards, which are these orange bordered bottoms, and this one allows me to play during the attack, defend against the attack, so just nullifies the attack, right? And then this one here, pink ones are special cards, which allows you to, this one allows you to crossbreed. And for crossbreeding, basically allows you to breed 2 types of cows. So for example, you can crossbreed a longhorn head with a rump from a Holstein if you have one of these crossbreed cards. All right, that allows you to play these cards with each other, as opposed to having to wait for a wild card. Game is very simple. There are a few bonuses. So this ribbon here is the 1 point for the person who creates the first cow in the game. The other 2, the biggest herd, so number 2, 2 points, and this one goes to the person who creates the biggest herd, and this one gets passed around as the game's being played. And then the third one here, this noisemaker, is actually also a ribbon. It's 3 points, and it goes to the person with the longest cow, with a 5-card minimum. Okay, this one, 2 points, is 3 cows minimum. And you keep going around and around until this deck here runs out. So once it runs out, then everyone counts their points. Each card you have in play is a point, and then you add on your ribbons if you have them. Very simple. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. All right. So that's how you play Long Cow. I was able to play with Merritt, and she and I really enjoyed it. I did have to make some modifications though, so be on the lookout for the next video when I talk about what I did to make Long Cow, which is a ages 8+ game appropriate for a 5-year-old. All right, talk soon.